Widely regarded as the biggest teen idol of the 1970s, with a fan club that, according to contemporary reports, was bigger than Elvis and the Beatles combined, had never sung in front of a national TV audience or released a hit record before this show put him on camera. That story is coming, and it's going to hit you right here. But first, who were you sitting next to on the living room floor when that theme song started? Your brother? Your sister? That friend from down the street? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Let's bring them back. Number 7. No Shirley, no Partridge family, period. Shirley Mae Jones, born March 31st, 1934, Charleroi, Pennsylvania. Small-town girl, big voice. At 20, she walked into an audition with Rodgers and Hammerstein and walked out as the first and only singer they ever signed to a personal contract. Oklahoma in 55, Carousel in 56, The Music Man in 62. America's sweetheart. But Shirley got restless. She wanted a role that would shock people. She got one. A vengeful woman of the night in Elmer Gantry, opposite Burt Lancaster. The director didn't want her anywhere near it. She told him, "I'm an actress. I'd be able to act it." She won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for the 1960 film Elmer Gantry. The small-town girl just silenced every doubter in Hollywood. And then came the fork in the road. She was offered the role of Carol Brady on The Brady Bunch. She said no. That role went to her best friend, Florence Henderson. Shirley's reason? She didn't want to be the mom pulling a roast out of the oven. The Partridge family had music, and music was her first love. So in 1970, she became Shirley Partridge, widowed mom, 5 kids, 1 colorful bus, and a family band that captured the heart of a nation. What viewers at home didn't realize? The 20-year-old playing her eldest son Keith was her actual stepson, David Cassidy. 2 Golden Globe nominations. And when I Think I Love You hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, Shirley Jones became the first woman in history to win an Oscar and land a number 1 single on that chart. Today, 2026, Shirley Jones is 92, retired from performing. Her son Ryan says her favorite thing now is watching old movies with actors she once worked alongside. Many of them are gone. But Shirley's still here, still mom. Alright, how many of you remember that Chris Partridge looked a little different in season 1? That's because there were 2 of them. And this is Chris number 1. Jeremy Russell Gelbwaks, born May 22, 1961, Los Angeles. 9 years old when the cameras rolled. Gone after 1 season. His family moved to Reston, Virginia, and at 10 years old, Jeremy did something almost nobody does in Hollywood. He just left. No comeback tour, no reunion special, no "Where Are They Now" interview. He simply disappeared into a normal life. And what a life. While his former castmates chased spotlights, Jeremy chased equations, chemistry and computer science at UC Berkeley, then the business program at Columbia University. His father Norman was a computer science professor at the State University of New York at Potsdam, so the apple didn't fall far from the tree. By the late 90s, Jeremy was a product manager for a tech company in New Orleans, then a management consultant. No social media, no public profile. The boy who played drums on the most famous bus in television chose silence over applause. Today, 64 years old, the only Partridge kid who traded Hollywood for a laboratory. Now, Chris Partridge number 2 is coming up next, and when I tell you whose blood runs through his veins, your jaw is going to drop. One of the greatest writers in the history of the English language. Don't go anywhere. Right, I promised you something about Chris Partridge #2 and his bloodline. Here it is. Brian Forster's great-great-great-grandfather was Charles Dickens. Yes, that Charles Dickens. A Tale of Two Cities, Oliver Twist, A Christmas Carol. And Brian was born on April 14th, 1960, 101 years after Charles Dickens's A Tale of Two Cities was first published in 1859. You can't make that up. But wait, it gets better. His stepfather was character actor Whit Bissell, and his step-grandfather? Alan Napier, the man who played Alfred the Butler in the original Batman series, 1966 to 68. So this kid had literary royalty and television royalty in his family tree, and his big break? Playing drums on a painted school bus. Brian joined the Partridge family in 1971, replacing Jeremy Gelbwaks from season 2 onward. Fun fact, his very first TV role was actually on The Brady Bunch, playing an elf opposite Susan Olsen. During rehearsal, he forgot his line. The director loved the flub so much, they kept it in the final cut. After the show ended, Brian didn't chase another Hollywood role. He found a different kind of speed. He became a professional race car driver in Northern California, working as an instructor at the Skip Barber Racing School and winning the 1988 San Francisco Regional Championship. Today, 66 years old, still racing, still private. The great-great-great-grandson of Charles Dickens, living life in the fast lane. Literally. If you close your eyes right now, can you see her? Little Tracy Partridge. Pigtails. That tambourine. Standing at the edge of the stage, shaking it with everything she had, even though she was the smallest person in the room. Suzanne Jessie Crough was just 7 years old when the Partridge family started filming. The youngest of 8 children in her real-life family, and the youngest Partridge on screen. She stayed for all 4 seasons, all 96 episodes. And when the show ended, Suzanne did something that sounds almost impossible for a child star. She built a quiet, normal, happy life. She graduated from Los Angeles Pierce College, owned and ran a bookstore, got married, raised 2 daughters, Samantha and Alexandra. In 2010, she appeared on The Today Show for a Partridge family reunion. Matt Lauer asked her what she was doing. Her answer? I'm an office manager for Office Max. I have 2 daughters, I'm married, I have a normal job. And she kept both tambourines. The 2 tambourines Tracy Partridge played on the show, Suzanne held onto them all those years. Along with many of the original Partridge family albums used during filming, tucked away in her home, pieces of a childhood that meant the world to her and to us. Suzanne Crough was 7 years old when she first picked up that tambourine. In 2015, she left us, at just 52. We'll honor her properly, along with the other Partridges we've lost, a little later in this video. Okay. We've seen some incredible transformations already, but here's what I really want to know. How many of you secretly had a Partridge poster on your bedroom wall? Come on, was it Keith? Was it Laurie? Don't be shy, confess in the comments. You know what? Let's talk about the kid who stole every single scene he was in. Dante Daniel Bonaduce. Born August 13th, 1959, Broomall, Pennsylvania. 10 years old when he landed the role of Danny Partridge, the wisecracking, red-headed, self-appointed business manager of the family band. The kid who made grown men lose arguments on national television. Now, here's something most people don't know. Danny Bonaduce didn't come out of nowhere. His father, Joseph Bonaduce, was a veteran television writer and producer, the man behind episodes of The Dick Van Dyke Show, one day at a time, and good times. So Danny was literally born into sitcom DNA. But behind the wisecracking kid on screen, things weren't easy at home. Off-camera, several cast members stepped in to help. Dave Madden, Reuben Kincaid himself, took young Danny into his own home during difficult times. Bonaduce has said publicly that he owes a great deal to Madden. Sometimes the TV family becomes the real family. After the Partridge family ended, Danny built a second career that most child actors only dream about: radio. 35 years behind the microphone, from Philadelphia to Chicago to Los Angeles to Seattle, where he hosted the morning show at KZOK-FM from 2011 to 2023. In 2003, the Young Artist Foundation honored him with the former Child Star Lifetime Achievement Award. In 2023, Danny faced his toughest challenge yet. He was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, a neurological condition involving fluid buildup in the brain. He underwent brain surgery and came through it with the same grit he's carried his whole life. His message to the world afterward: 2 words: I lived. Today, 66 years old, and in 2026, he's speaking publicly as a keynote speaker to raise awareness about the very condition he overcame. The kid who stole every scene is still stealing them. Coming up, the girl next door who made an entire generation fall in love with her, and then one day she stepped away from it all. Where is Laurie Partridge in 2026? That's next. She was 17. No acting classes, no agent, no experience. Just a teenage model from Pekin, Illinois, who'd been discovered through a magazine ad. And then somebody handed her the role of Laurie Partridge, and a generation of boys forgot how to breathe. Susan Hallock-Day, born December 10th, 1952. She walked onto that set with 0 acting credits to her name, her very first professional job ever. And for 4 years, she was the girl next door for an entire country. But Susan Day was never going to stay 17 forever. After the Partridge family ended, she spent years fighting to shed the Laurie Partridge image. And then, in 1986, she landed the role that changed everything. Grace Van Owen, Deputy District Attorney, LI Law on NBC. 6 seasons, 3 Emmy nominations, and in 1988, she won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Drama Series. The teenage model from Illinois had become one of the most respected dramatic actresses on television. And here's a piece of trivia that will make you wonder, what if? Susan Day was offered the role of Sandy in Grease, 1978. She turned it down. That role went to Olivia Newton-John. Her last on-screen credit was in 2004, the series Third Watch. After that, Susan stepped away from Hollywood entirely. No interviews, no reunions. According to Shirley Jones's autobiography, Susan is the only member of the Partridge family cast who has consistently declined every reunion invitation. She has been married to television producer Bernard Sofronsky since 1988. She serves on the board of the Rape Treatment Center at UCLA Medical Center. Today, 73 years old, living somewhere quiet, on her own terms. She gave us Laurie, she gave us Grace Van Owen, and then she gave herself permission to walk away. All right, this is it. Position number 1. The boy who stepped onto a soundstage at 20 years old, stood next to his own stepmother, opened his mouth to sing, and the whole world stopped. Remember at the very beginning of this video, I told you that a young man had never sung in front of a national TV audience or released a hit record before this show put him on camera? This is that story. David Bruce Cassidy, born April 12, 1950, New York City. Son of actor and singer Jack Cassidy and actress Evelyn Ward. His parents split when he was young. His father remarried to a woman named Shirley Jones. When David auditioned for the Partridge Family in 1970, he had no idea his stepmother had already been cast as the lead. She didn't know he was auditioning. They walked into the same room, looked at each other, and realized they were about to become mother and son. Again. Here's what happened next. The original plan was simple. All the kid actors would lip-sync to pre-recorded tracks by studio musicians. Nobody was supposed to actually sing. But David went to the show's music producer, Wes Farrell, and convinced him, "Let me try." They let him try. Within 2 months of the show's premiere in September 1970, I Think I Love You was the #1 song in America. David Cassidy, the young man who'd never released a record, was suddenly one of the most famous young men on the planet. At his peak, he was, according to contemporary reports, one of the highest-paid live entertainers in the world. His face was on every magazine, every lunchbox, every bedroom wall from New York to Tokyo. After the Partridge Family ended in '74, David reinvented himself. Broadway, London's West End, and then Las Vegas, where he headlined shows like EFX in '96 and co-wrote The Rat Pack is Back in '99. In 1994, he published his autobiography, Come On, Get Happy, Fear and Loathing on the Partridge Family Bus. In it, he wrote honestly about the price of fame, about being 20 years old and having your face on the back of a cereal box before you'd figured out who you even were. In February 2017, David shared publicly that he was stepping away from performing, a deeply personal decision driven by health challenges that had also affected his mother and grandfather before him. On November 21, 2017, David Cassidy left us. He was 67. His final words, according to his daughter Katie, "So much wasted time." He was 20 years old when he walked onto that soundstage. He'd never sung in front of a national audience, and he made the whole world sing along. Before we go, we need a moment. A quiet moment. For the Partridges who are no longer with us. Suzanne Crough, Tracy Partridge, her final chapter. She was 7 years old when she first picked up Tracy's tambourine. She grew up to be a mother, a wife, a grandmother. She kept both tambourines from the show, tucked away in her home, pieces of a childhood she never forgot. In 2015, Suzanne left us at 52. Danny Bonaduce said, "Everyone thought I'd be the first Partridge to go. Sadly, it was little Tracy." Dave Madden, Reuben Kincaid, his final chapter. Born December 17, 1931, in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Raised in Tarot, Indiana. Before he became Reuben Kincaid, Dave Madden had already made audiences laugh on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, 1968-69. But it was the Partridge Family that gave him a role the world would never forget. The band manager who claimed to hate children, yet somehow couldn't live without them. Shirley Jones once said, "He made the show, I felt." After the series, Dave appeared in Happy Days, The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, Barney Miller, and had a beloved recurring role on Alice. In 2007, he published his memoir, Reuben on Rye. In 2014, Dave Madden left us at 82. David Cassidy, Keith Partridge, his final chapter. He was the young man who had never sung for a national audience, until 40 million people heard him every Friday night. In 2017, David Cassidy left us at 67. To the kid from New York who made the whole world fall in love with a song, thank you, David, for every note. Time moves so fast. One day you're 10 years old, sitting on the sofa next to someone you love, watching a family in a painted bus sing their way across America. And the next day, you're here, watching this video, wondering where all those years went. But here's the thing about those Friday nights. They didn't disappear. They're in you, right now. Every time you hear those first few notes of "Come on, get happy," you're back there. You're 10 again. And the people you were sitting next to? They're right there with you. Which of these transformations surprised you the most today? And if you could go back, just for one evening, to curl up on that old sofa with your family and watch the Partridge Family one more time, what would you give to do it? Share your stories in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Thank you for watching, and thank you for remembering.